My theory is that addiction is a demon disguised as a disease that takes away your power of choice. So we have to starve that demon. I do recovery. I'm a recovered addict. I did time in prison. I've had it rough. I had emotional and spiritual and at-home trauma. When I went into prison, it was all MySpace and flip phones. And when I got out, it was all smartphones and Facebook. It was like a whole different world. I've been out of prison for 10 years and I'm still catching up. My theory that I put forth is that it doesn't matter whether addiction is a choice, if it's a disease. I say it's a demon disguised as a disease that takes away your power of choice. So we have to starve that demon. It feeds on our fear and our anger and our resentment and all of those horrible feelings. So we starve it by being joyful and living a wonderful life and having God in our life. That's what starves the demon. And that's how we stay sober. That's how we fight it. The only way to fight it. That's my message. Personally, I work the 12 steps, right? I say by any means necessary, because not everybody's going to work the 12 steps. Not everybody's going to come to Jesus. But whatever it is that gets you sober and keeps you there. Because if it worked for you, it'll work for a million other people. Whatever you went through, there's a million other people out there going through that right now. And you're able to save lives, I promise. We may not know. They're probably not going to tell us, but that's okay. That doesn't matter. We're here to do God's work, not his job. We plant the seeds and they're going to grow where they grow, and we're just going to keep it pushing. We're going to have faith. I'm not going anywhere. I don't expect to be an overnight sensation for like 10 years. It's interesting. When I was in jail, many times that I've been in jail, there's this thing that people say, well, you didn't know nothing about Jesus when you was out there on the streets, da, 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 da. And my thought was always, that's because people come to Jesus when they're at their lowest. That's when they find Jesus. So it makes total sense that while you're in jail and you've got that time to think and you're really able to evaluate what's going on, that you say, wait a minute, I need some help. And people come to Jesus when they're sick, when they're in jail, when horrible things happen and they've got nowhere else to go and no other answers. That's when they come to Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. My sponsor and I used to take an AA meeting to the local homeless shelter here. When COVID hit, we couldn't do that anymore. So I was like, well, what am I going to do for service work? So I started getting on Facebook, the recovery pages, and give my experience, strength, and hope to newcomers and be able to help that way, because you weren't able to do in-person meetings during that time. So Facebook has been a great resource for that kind of thing. I try to promote anything and everything that I can to get as much recovery out there. StarveTheDemon.com. When you go on it, you have to kind of mess around and navigate with it, but every single thing that you click on, push the picture, it's going to take you to that thing. The first thing that you see when you go on it, it gives you the option to watch on YouTube or listen on Spotify. And then as you scroll, you see individual videos. There's merchandise if you want to buy a t-shirt. I've got resources for AA, NA, Narcan, Recovery Dharma. I have a gentleman I did an interview with. He does deliverance ministry. He's got a heck of a story. Well, for everyone watching or listening, reach out for help. Make sure you subscribe, share this with someone who needs hope, and join us for more stories of redemption, grit, and grace. Thank you again. Love everybody. Let God sort them out and keep coming back. I'm going to keep coming back. Bye.